Hi guys, Mr. Bay. Today we're going to go over IXL F1, which is about identifying reactants and products. So before we get that started, just want to make sure you have a general understanding of what reactants and products mean. So for a reactant, it's the thing that you started with. The product is the thing that you ended up with. Other way to think of it is the reactants are the things going through a chemical change, and the products are the things that you have produced from the reaction. Another way to think of it for like real world terms, let's say if you're trying to bake a cake, the cake is your product because that's what you have produced. In order to make a cake, though, you need certain things which are considered reactants. Those things would be like eggs, milk, flour, sugar, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Common words that you'll see to describe the chemical reactions, and particularly in this IXL, is going to be words like breakdown, form, or make. Those are very common words that you'll see to describe it. Okay. One more thing, just want to go over the Control F function. It's something I use quite extensively, especially when looking for keywords on the internet. So if you press Control F on a keyboard, it's these two buttons here, Control here, and then F right there. All you gotta do is hold and press Control, then you hold and press F. You'll see this pop-up window, and you can type in a word, and it'll show you all instances of that word on that page. So I use that quite a bit to kind of speed things up to find certain key terms. Okay. Another way, if you're using like a phone or stuff like that, if you're on Google Chrome, you'll see the three dots on the top right-hand corner of the Chrome browser. Click on that. When you get there, you'll see this window. Just click on Find in Page. That's basically the same thing. Okay. All right. So let's get this IXL started. So my first thing is that whenever I do these IXLs, I don't read the whole paragraph. I actually read what the question is, and then I go from there. And it says here in this chemical reaction, ozone is. So I'm going to look for the word ozone by using Control F. Notice I have it listed 4 times. I'm going to look for ozone. I'm going to look for the word forms, create, or make next to it, and it's right here. So I'm going to look at this sentence. So it says ozone forms when oxygen in the air combines with carbon monoxide and other chemicals in the polluted air. So it's saying that you can create ozone with these two things, monoxide, carbon monoxide, and some other chemicals. So therefore ozone is what you made, therefore ozone is your product. Alright, next one, chemical reaction. We're talking about carbon dioxide here now, so I'm going to look for carbon dioxide. And notice it says what? In an engine, gasoline and oxygen are mixed together and burned, creating carbon dioxide. So once again, carbon dioxide is what you made, so carbon dioxide is your product. Next one here, oxygen. Let's see, oxygen, listed a lot. Going through, use electricity, break down water. Oh, okay, good. All right, so this process uses electricity to break down water into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So the things that you have made would be hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Therefore, oxygen would be your product in this instance. Okay. All right. Stage 2 is a little bit trickier. In this instance, you have to list all the things that are reactants or all the things that are products. Okay, so I'll probably go a little bit slower on this one. You'll also notice that a lot of these options here have parentheses next to them, so it tells you what the chemical formula is right next to it. So instead of Control F, I actually just look for the sections with a lot of the parentheses and just kind of focus my reading there. So I'll probably just start here on this section here instead, because this has 3 of them. Silica can be removed with hydrofluoric acid. When hydrofluoric acid touches silica, the substances combine to form water and silicon tetrafluoride. Okay, so it tells you these are the 2 things that you made, and hydrofluoric acid touches silica. That's the thing that you started with. So hydrofluoric acid and silica would be, silica. That would be your reactants. So it's those 2. Alright, this one right here, which of the following are products? So I'm just going to look for the areas with the most parentheses, which is this sentence. Sodium fluoride and water can be made by combining hydrofluoric acid with sodium hydroxide. So read this carefully. It's telling you that sodium fluoride and water can be made, which basically means these are the 2 things you'll make if you put this thing and that thing together. Okay, so sodium fluoride and water are the products actually. Okay, so just be careful. Just because it has the word form right after it doesn't necessarily mean that those next things are going to be the products. Just read a little bit carefully. Just crash English, you'll be fine. Okay. All right. Next one. Which of the following are reactants? Once again, I'm just going to look for this section with the most parentheses, which looks like here. So chemical factories can make SLS by combining long alcohol with sulfur trioxide and soda ash. Okay, it's asking you what the reactants are. So you need to combine lower alcohol with sulfur trioxide and soda ash. This combination will then form the sodium bicarbonate SLS. So basically, you need lauryl alcohol, you will need sulfur trioxide, and you need soda ash. So those will be your reactants because that's the stuff that you use to make it. Okay. Alright, next one. Which of the following are products? Once again, I'm just going to look for the most common thing, which looks like this is the one with all the parentheses. So to reduce the amount of ammonia in your blood, your liver combines ammonia with carbon dioxide and other substances to make urea. So if you see correctly, it says that urea is the thing that you made, so that would be your product. Right here, reactants, once again, the stuff you started with. I'm just looking for the most parentheses right there. So for example, when acid rain falls on a marble statue, sulfuric acid in the acid rain interacts with calcium carbonate in the marble, forming calcium sulfate. Okay, so you basically have sulfuric acid interacting with calcium carbonate. So sulfuric acid and calcium carbonate, those two are your reactants because that's what you started with to create the calcium sulfate. Okay. Alright, stage 3. So the tricky part here is that you have to list all of them. You have to make sure you did all of them correctly. I'll do a couple of these and then I'm going to just hope that you guys got that general idea at this point. So let's see, I'm going to just select, this one's a little bit longer, unfortunately I'm going to have to read all this. A glow stick contains two compounds, hydrogen peroxide and diphenyl oxalate, which are separated by a barrier inside the glow stick. When you bend a glow stick, the barrier breaks and the substances mix, forming phenol and carbon dioxide. Okay, so if we look here, it says the word forming phenol and carbon dioxide. Therefore, those two things have to be your products. So let's see, phenol and carbon dioxide. And by process of elimination, the other two must be the things you started with. So those two must be your reactants. Okay. All right. Next one here. This sentence here looks good. All right. So in this process, organisms break down glucose into carbon dioxide and ethanol. Sorry. So glucose is what you started with, and then you created carbon dioxide and ethanol as a result. So you break the glucose down. Think of it like if you eat bread, the bread will be broken down in your body to extract the nutrients and it gets through your system, stuff like that. Okay, so these two will be your products. And I'll just do one more. The bacteria, let's go with this one. The bacteria forms lactic acid, so lactic acid must be your products. That's what you made. You had to combine water and lactose to do it. So water and lactose will be your reactants and you're good there. Okay. So once again, that's the general idea of how to tackle this IXL. Number one, I recommend you guys to read the question first to figure out what exactly you need to figure out. Two, if you want to use the Control F, please use Control F to kind of pinpoint keywords that you're looking for. And number three, just remember that the keywords you want to look for usually are like breaking down or make or combine. Just read the section carefully to figure out what exactly it says. Some of them can be a little bit tricky and they might throw you off and do the reverse English structure of stuff on you. So just be careful of that. Okay. If you have any other questions, shoot me an email, let me know. Okay. All right. Peace.